Bellator Featherweight Aiden Lee, who is in a massive fight next month with the super prospect that is Aaron Pico. Aiden, how is prep going for this next fight?
Prep's going well, man. I've been in camp now for months, for a while, man. This fight's been scheduled for. We were first scheduled to fight in April.
Yep.
He pulled out, and then it got pushed to May, and then it got pushed to June. So I've been in camp a long time, man, and I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go.
Is it difficult managing your camp, having that 2-month extension added on? Did he pull out about 10 days out from the fight? Memory serves.
It got announced about 10 days out, but okay. I knew a little bit before that, to be honest. But it was pretty last minute. But it don't really bother me, man. It just means I'm sharper, man. I'm more ready now than I was in April, and I can't wait to go, man. I had a similar situation last year with my last fight.
Yeah.
And yeah, man. It only paid off more. It made me sharper come fight night, and I'm ready to go. Ready to go.
I remember when we spoke the first time around, and there was I don't know if you remember, but there was the rumours about the Bellator rankings, you being in at number 9. Yeah. And we obviously talked about you wanting a big fight, maybe someone out of the tournament. But talk to me about getting the Aaron Pico fight, because he is a big name in the sport. He's someone who the casual fan maybe looks towards. So talk to me about getting that offer.
Yeah, man, that's why the matchup excites me. You know, people know who he is, and you know, with my last fight, I put on a good performance, and I knocked him out, put on a highlight reel finish. But no disrespect to him, but not a lot of people knew who he was, and it's frustrating for me as a fighter, especially when you're fighting someone who's had 20 fights.
Yeah.
That the fans don't know who he is, but with Pico, you know, he's everybody knows who he is, and yeah, man, I'm just going to get in there and show the levels come fight night.
What are we thinking style-wise? How do you see this fight playing out, and where do you think it needs to be for you to have success?
It doesn't need to be anywhere for me to have success. Honestly, I'm more dangerous in any area where this fight goes. Same as my last fight, man. Like, you know, obviously I knocked him out, but I could have submitted him. I nearly did submit him, but you know, same with Pico, man. Like, I could finish him on the feet. I could finish him on the ground, and yeah, man, that's what I'm gonna get in there and do.
The casual fan might say that if it's a boxing range, Pico has an advantage with the power in his hands, and if it's maybe a kicking range, you have the advantage with your kick game. Do you think that's a fair assessment?
Nah, not at all. I think I'll box him up. Okay. We could get in there and have a boxing match. I'll box him up. It's different, man. Like, you know, you see someone knock a few people out, and everyone just jumps on, you know. But it's I'm not just watching the knockout. You know, I'm watching how you're getting the knockout, how you're setting it up, what this guy's doing, how he, you know, there's a lot more to it than that, man. And yeah, man, I'm not there to get knocked out.
Yeah,
you know. I'm just looking forward to getting in there, man. You know, I've fought guys, man. I've fought guys that have starched people and knocked people out, and it doesn't mean anything to me. You know, I'm a veteran in this game, and yeah, man, I'm just looking forward to getting in there now. I'm feeling confident. You know, it's the end of camp. I'm ready to go, man.
You can see the excitement on your face, Aiden. Is this a matchup that does excite you more than maybe?
Definitely. This is the kind of matchups that I've been after, and yeah, man, I'm glad I got the matchup. I'm glad I can shoot myself into them rankings, and this is going to leave me in a position to get a contender fight, to fight for that belt, and this is where I want to be.
Because this is what we talked about the first time around, was this 16-man tournament at the start. 15 people have got to lose, so 15 people have just recently taken L or will by the time it finishes. And there's guys like yourself who can go on a little bit of a run and get up them rankings, and before you know, you are in title contention.
To be honest, yeah, man. Pico's number 6 on the rankings. I beat him, then I'm either be number 6 or somewhere around there, man. And you know, with the fights I take and the performances I put on, it won't be long till I'm fighting for the belt.
But the divisions got a little bit of growth, I think, recently, because we had Adam Boric's number 3, I think, and then the New Zealander JJ Wilson is now number 4 undefeated. So there's a couple of guys on the come up as well who you could be matched with after this for all you know.
Yeah. It's same thing though, man. I'm confident against any of these guys. I've watched them all, man, and I'm the best in the Bellator Featherweight division, and that's what I'm looking to show, man.
Any opinions on the Grand Prix final? Who do you have winning that fight?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I think it's a good matchup in terms of styles, and I'm looking forward to seeing how Mckee deals with Pitbull and vice versa, So it's an interesting matchup for me, to be honest. I'm looking forward to seeing how each guy tries to deal with the other guys.
It's always good in a fight like that where it's one of them fights to me, correct me if I'm wrong, but I almost can't imagine either losing to the other. And I think that's what's going to be interesting is when you wake up Saturday morning or Sunday morning, someone will have lost, and it'll be interesting to see who that is.
Yeah, definitely. Like I could see it going either way. I could see Pitbull winning by knockout. I could also see Mckee winning by knockout. But then there's the ground games as well. So it's an interesting matchup, man. It is an interesting matchup.
This is something I wanted to ask you is, obviously, Aaron Pico's got a lot of hype on his name, and he virtually has the whole of his career, but he's obviously had losses, most recently to Henry Corrales by knockout and Adam Boric by knockout. Is there anything you've seen in them losses that you think you can implement in this fight?
I've seen a lot of stuff, to be honest. Obviously, I'm training to fight the guy, and I have been for a while, so I've studied his fights, and I see a lot of holes in his game that I'm looking to expose. And yeah, man, obviously he's been knocked out. I've never been knocked out, and there's a reason he's been knocked out. That's holes in his game. I'm sure. I've lost fights, and I've sorted the holes in my game. I've made the improvements, and I'm sure he's had the same mindset. But I'm looking to expose these holes, and I'm looking to get that W.
Can I ask you a question, like man to man? And I mean this with no disrespect, but Aaron Pico has had losses, and I think Bellator will probably look at Aaron Pico as someone who is super marketable, who could be the poster boy. In your opinion, do you think Bellator expect you to lose this fight with Aaron Pico?
Nah, but they're definitely. He's definitely a poster boy for them. I think they're trying to get a steady progression for him, and they're probably testing him, and they've seen my last win. They probably just think it's a good build-up fight for him. He's number 6 now. You can't be fighting bums at number 6. But yeah, man. If they do, it don't matter to me. But I'm looking to start him, man, and yeah, man, get in there and silence the crowd.
It's one of these where maybe the American audience doesn't know Aiden Lee, and he comes in and he knocks out Aaron Pico, and all of a sudden the American fans are your fans.
Like, to be honest, like my last fight, I think I was a favourite.
Yeah.
The fight before that, I was an underdog. The fight before that, I was an underdog. And the majority of my earlier pro fights, I was an underdog. So it don't really mean anything to me, honestly. Like I made my debut on Bellator as an underdog. And like I say, my second fight on there, I was an underdog. I've been an underdog a lot of fights, man. And that's why this excites me, man, because I'm an underdog in a fight where really, should I even be an underdog, I've had more fights than him. I've had more wins than him. I've never been knocked out. I've never been finished. And he has. So, but I'm focused on me. I'm focused on what I'm going to do in the cage. And yeah, man, I just can't wait to go.
The betting line is also not representative of skills. It's representative of who's betting where. And, as we've mentioned, casual fans are attracted by Aaron Pico. So that's all.
Yeah, man. Like the casuals are just going to have seen like highlights. Bellator posts it a lot. If Bellator put my video kicking someone in the head, knocking them out up every week, then I'm sure I'd be having the same casuals on my thing. But it's the way it is, man. It's the way of the game. He's a bit of a star over there, and they promote him. So I'm just looking to take that hype. I just see that as more for me to gain. I'm just gonna get in there, take all that hype, and yeah, man.
Do we have a road?
Start to star, Do
we have a roadmap after this fight as to someone you think you want next? Because if if you win this fight, as
definitely, I know. Yeah, I kind of know where I'm looking after this fight, but I'm just gonna leave that till after the fight. You know, my focus is all on Aaron Pico right now, but you know where I want to go after this fight. You know, I think everybody knows where I want to go after this fight. I'm looking to just keep climbing the ranks and fight for the belt, and you know, beating number 6. It don't leave me with much options before I'm fighting for the belt. You know, there's only 5 names above 6, so yeah, man, any of them guys.
I would imagine as well that your gym has been quite good lately, because a couple of the guys have got booked and got big fights, so you're all working with each other and helping together.
Definitely. We always are anyway, to be honest, man. We got a very good team, got a very good atmosphere at the team. You know, and like you say, a lot of guys prepping for fights right now. You know, we've got back-to-back fights coming up. We've just had Fab's fight over in the States. We've got Tom Breeze fighting this weekend over in the States. We've got I think I am the next guy after Tom fighting in the States. Then Rocky's the day after me fighting in the States. Then we've got Joy fighting 2 weeks later. So the team is active, and that's just the fights over in the States. After that, we've got guys on Cage Warriors over here. It's back to back, man. The team is buzzing, and everyone's training hard, man. And people will see.
I know you all help each other out. I shouldn't have phrased it like that. What I mean is a little bit more intensity with having fights booked as opposed to being out of camp.
Yeah, 100%.
Can I ask, because as you mentioned, the very next night is probably one of the biggest names out of your gym, Leon Rocky Edwards, against Diaz, which to be quite honest with you, Aiden, I find to just be a strange matchup. What is your opinion on that fight?
I think Leon's going to smoke him.
As do I.
I think Leon's going to smoke him. Stylistically, it's a terrible matchup for Diaz, you know, and that's just talking from a fan's perspective, as someone who watches the fights. I train with Rocky, man. I know he's gonna destroy him. It's gonna be a slaughter. But you know, even from just watching them, I think the fans can see where it's going, and yeah, man, it's gonna be a long night for Diaz, or a short one.
It does seem strange though, doesn't it? Because Diaz is such a big star, and even the odds don't have him, I think, 3-1 underdog. To me.
I think it's just like, because, you know, Leon he's in a position where he should be fighting for the belt, and obviously they don't want to give him the title fight yet, so they have to give him something big. So they probably thought, okay, you know what, here's Diaz.
Yeah, it is a very strange one, but we'll turn back the conversation to your fight next month. So give me a prediction, Aiden, when you're locked in there with Aaron Pico.
I'm gonna finish him. I'll finish him.
Is that as specific as we're going to go?
You know, I've got ideas how I'll finish him, but at the same time, like, I know I can finish him in different ways, but I will finish him. I'm confident in that.
Yeah. Well, it's a fantastic fight, and as I mentioned when we spoke the first time, that we get back on and talk about that fight. And to be honest with you, Aiden, I didn't expect we'd be sat here talking about Aiden Lee versus Aaron Pico all them months back. But I'm thankful that we got the time to sit back down and talk about it.
Respect, bro.
Before we finish, Aiden, how can people find you on social media?
Aiden Lee MMA is my Instagram. My Twitter is the same, I think, and Facebook the same also.
Superb. And before we finish, is there anything you would like to say or sign off with at all?
Just shout out to my team, man. Team Renegade, best team in the world, and keep watching, man. You're going to see a lot of big wins coming over the next few weeks. Yeah, big things coming for the team, man.
Sure we will. Great talking to you today, Aiden.
Thank you, bro.